Happy Monday, folks. I'm back with the boys. I'm back with Chandler and Chase. They say hello. I actually brought the boys today because I've actually wanted to do a kind of serious video. As you guys know, this past Saturday, I did a box opening with the boys who are part of the Gianna and Julia kit by Vencina Care. They are a special edition, so this is actually going to be a very rare kit made. And Vencina Care usually makes dolls with some type of birth defect. Either they're conjoined, like these two. I think she made a Down syndrome kit and a kit with dwarfism. Okay, as you know, we have all sorts of people born into this world with all types of birth defects or what people would consider abnormalities. But I wanted to touch bases on this because while I got a lot of positive feedback from people after when I took pictures and posted pictures of the boys, on Facebook on my group, I got a lot of positive feedback from people. And then, of course, some of my friends that saw my video, one was like lightly joking, like, oh my god, these are freakish dolls. And, they could be freakish if I want to use them in a Halloween sense, as for Halloween, but I think they're a very adorable kit. I like them, and I like the time and precision that my doll artist made in making them. And I had people say, what's wrong with their face? Ugh. When it's obvious that you can see that it's a conjoined twin. It's definitely a kit where it's two heads on one body. And I had to explain they're conjoined. Oh. And then another person, oh, get me out of here. Like, they're creepy. And then one of my other friends responded, sent me a text. Oh, that's a really creepy doll. And I'm like, they're adorable. Well, I wouldn't say they're adorable. I said, well, that's your opinion. I said, just because someone is different or has a defect doesn't mean that they're ugly. I said, this is a good doll. I said, I paid pretty good money for it. And I said, whoever came up with I said, actually, Vencina Care for her to actually come up with this. Very brilliant of hers. So he kept saying, well, this is a touchy topic. Some people can get offended, yada, 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 yada. And then referred to them as Siamese twins. So I told him, well, your term Siamese twins is pretty offensive because no one uses that term anymore. The term is conjoined twins, not Siamese twins. And I said, well, people need to really get over themselves because there are all sorts of people born into this world. There are people with Down syndrome. There are people that are conjoined like this, where it's two heads on one body, so you cannot separate them because they're sharing the same body, the same organs and everything. They're conjoined twins where they have their own bodies, and you can easily separate them, and they can live their life separately as normal people, or what you would consider normal. We have twins conjoined all kinds of way. We have people with dwarfism. We have people with albinism. We have all sorts of people out here that people will consider abnormal or have a defect or whatever. But the fact of the matter is, these are dolls. Thank God they're dolls. They'll never grow up. They'll never understand the cruelty of this world. But it's shocking, as I told my doll artist, because I keep in contact with her, it's shocking that, imagine if these were actual people, living, breathing babies. And the way that adults, not children, grown-ass adults act. Like, oh my god, freaking out. Do you not imagine the pain and shame that you could make that parent or those parents feel by you reacting to their child like they're some type of freak or something? Here's the thing. People with birth defects don't ask to have birth defects. Okay? They don't ask for it. They don't need you constantly reminding them of how different they are, and they don't need your reactions. There are all sorts of people out here, and if people, like I told my friend, If people would open their minds and stop reacting like you, being so reactive, and acting like they know what normal is, we wouldn't be having these problems in the world. Here's the thing: people fear what they don't understand, what they don't know. When you don't understand something, or when you think this much or this big, when you see something that you're not accustomed to, you automatically attack it, you doubt it, you're afraid of it because you don't understand this at all. They're children born blind. They're children born with all sorts of freaking defects out here. And, I can imagine a kid maybe reacting some kind of way, but, more than likely the kids are reacting that way because that's what was taught by the parents. So let me give you some quick facts on these boys. It's on the back of this card. It's called Facts About Craniofacial Duplication, or diprosopus. Diprosopus, which is a Greek word meaning duplication of face. So here it is. You see how the face split, but the body didn't? This is a duplication of the face. Craniofacial duplication can result in part or all of the face being duplicated, as in conjoined twins. So again, don't use the word Siamese. It is conjoined. Diprosopus conjoined twins are born in 1 in every 80,000 to 15 million births. Around 70% of all conjoined twins are female. However, these are boys. Conjoined twins are derived from the partial separation of one fertilized egg, meaning they are identical twins. So these are identical twins. So technically, these boys are supposed to be female, which is why the name is Gianna and Julia, because most of the time these diprosopus conjoined twins are female. But my artist made it a boy, so we're going to make them boys. And plus, I need more boy dolls, so we're going to have them as boys. Okay. In ancient times where there was a Roman god with two faces worshipped as the god of the beginnings and endings named Janus, which is where the name January derived from, because it marks the end of one year and the beginning of another. As you see here, and look at the bottom, how you see Janus, beginning, end. So, here, some quick facts. My question is, what is normal? Who decides who is normal? And who decides who isn't normal? A lot of us feel we're normal, but we're not. We're probably not. And, like I just said, I got more positive feedback than good. Than negative feedback. But even with the negative feedback, that kind of annoyed me, because I can imagine somebody that actually has babies like that getting that type of reaction. It is so rude, it is so condescending, and it is so unnecessary. Like, that parent or those parents have enough to deal with a child like this, because it's going to be a lot of problems raising a child like this. And your comments treating the child or treating the children, they're children, I wouldn't call it child, they are two people on one body, but treating the children funny because they have a birth defect, because you don't understand it, it's not helpful. It's not helpful to them, it's not helpful to their parents. Because already they have to deal with shit from ignorant people, from small-minded people, from people that think and live in a damn box. And like I said, my boys are dolls. They're never going to grow. Thank God, I'm glad. They're never going to grow up to just hear the gross shit that comes out of people's mouths. But, they're children that are like this that have to hear that. That have to go through life like that. And it just shows you really how uneducated a lot of people are. You know, how as much people say they're open to difference, you're not open to difference. Because the moment you see something that doesn't look like you or act like you're ready to pounce on it. You're ready to attack it. You're ready to dissect it. You know, you're ready to ridicule it. But this shows you what this society is about. There's a lot of people out here very close-minded. Okay? Very close-minded with how they do things. Like I said, I'm proud of these boys. I get their head wobbles around the place. I love them. I'm not ashamed of them. And I'm glad they're part of my collection. And you know what? I did say I was going to buy more. My next doll, I want a doll that has albinism. I want a doll that has Down syndrome. I want an alien doll. Another alien doll. I want a doll with I want a doll with, what's it called? Dwarfism. All kinds of people exist. And people with these so-called defects exist. It's real. It's nothing to be afraid of. They exist. Now, I've never seen conjoined twins like this in my face, but I have seen people with dwarfism. I have seen people with albinism. I have seen people with all types of birth defects. And, you know, calling twins like this Siamese, that's like calling a mentally incapacitated person retarded. It's offensive. You know? Really offensive. Really shitty choice of words. You know, they're special needs people. Or if they're mentally delayed, they're special needs. Retard. People call them retarded. That's very offensive. But like I said, you know, any parent that has twins like this, my heart goes out to them. And I mean, it's a lot of courage to raise somebody like that. Some people will reject having children like this. I know back in the old days, you had a child like this, they want to kill the child. They'll think the child is cursed. All sorts of things. Like in parts of Africa, there are children born with albinism. And they think the children are cursed. And they're killing albinos. But which is funny coming from Africa, because you are so enrooted on bleaching your skin to look more Europeanized. And someone who was born with no pigment to the eyes and no pigment to their hair and skin, you want to ostracize and kill and use their body parts for what's going to cure you of some weird disease. Oh, all types of crap. But today, I just wanted to do my doll rant on this, and hopefully I dropped some facts and some knowledge. It's not to offend people. It's just to tell people to wake up. You know, wake up, get over yourself. Your ideal of normal doesn't mean it's actually right. You know? But like I said, you're going to see more of Chandler and Chase. I just wanted to bring them today. And just talk about that. Alright, folks, you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. More footage to come. Thank you.